On nights when the sky feels heavy with light, when the moon's pull reaches into the very marrow of our being, something stirs within the quiet ones. Those who walk the path of discipline know this is no ordinary night. The alignment of 6 planets is not just a spectacle, it is a mirror reflecting the state of your inner world. I am Shi Hengyi. In this moment, I will share with you a teaching not often spoken outside the monastery walls, the cultivation of internal power through Neigong. This is not merely a physical practice. It is the art of uniting breath, movement, and awareness until your inner and outer selves move as one. When this unity is found, no force outside of you can unbalance your center. Many will speak of the beauty of the moon, the rarity of this alignment, the energy it showers upon the earth. Few will tell you of the dangers when your energy is unguarded. Fewer still will reveal how subtle touch, even a hand on your shoulder, can alter the flow of your life force on nights like these. By the end of this video, you will understand why certain masters withdraw from human contact during such cosmic events. You will learn how to strengthen the invisible shield of your being, so your energy remains pure, undisturbed, and luminous. I will guide you through principles that have been passed down for centuries. Principles that bind the breath of the monk to the heartbeat of the universe. Stay with me until the final words. The lesson deepens as we go, and the last step may change how you protect your spirit forever. Welcome to Quantum Qi Wisdom. Subscribe now so you never walk these rare nights unprepared. Strength is often mistaken for hardness. A rock may resist for a time, yet even stone will crack beneath the years. True strength, the kind that endures, bends and flows like water, yet holds the force to carve valleys through mountains. I am Shi Hengyi. In the Shaolin tradition, we have a practice known as Yijin Jing, the transformation of sinew and spirit. It is not a display of power, but a quiet conversation between body and mind. Each movement is slow, deliberate, and precise, awakening the tendons, loosening the joints, and drawing awareness into every hidden corner of the body. In my early years of training, I believed muscle was the source of power. I pushed, strained, and forced my way through practice, thinking the harder I worked, the stronger I became. But my master would shake his head. Strength built on tension, he said, is a cage. The moment it breaks, you will fall with it. Through Yijin Jing, I learned another way. The tendons, the silent threads connecting bone to bone, are the roots of movement. When these roots are nourished, the body becomes both soft and unyielding, able to absorb force without shattering, able to deliver power without strain. The breath guides this transformation, infusing each stretch with vitality. Yet the deeper change lies not in the body alone. As the sinews transform, so too does the spirit. The mind becomes less reactive, more patient. Tension leaves not only the muscles, but the thoughts. Movements become prayers in motion, each one polishing the connection between the physical form and the quiet spirit within. On nights when celestial forces stir the air, this practice steadies the currents inside you, for the body that bends with grace cannot be broken. There are moments when the noise of the world seeps into the bones. Thoughts race, the body feels restless, and the heart drifts far from its center. In such times, the ancient path teaches not to fight the noise, but to return to the stillness beneath it. In Shaolin meditation, stillness is not emptiness. It is the tuning of one's inner rhythm until it flows in harmony with all things. The monks speak of sitting as if rooted into the earth, yet open to the sky. The breath becomes the bridge between the two, drawing stability from the ground and spaciousness from the heavens. Long ago, during a winter retreat in the mountains, a master would rise before dawn to meditate beneath the stars. The air was sharp, the snow silent. He spoke of feeling the pulse of the universe in those moments. The slow turning of the earth, the quiet shift of constellations overhead. He said the mind, when truly still, begins to move with that same steady rhythm. This harmony does not come quickly. It requires discipline. The discipline to sit when the body wants to wander, to breathe when the mind wants to speak, to wait when the heart wants to rush. Over time, distractions lose their grip. The chatter of thought becomes like the wind through bamboo, present, yet passing. When the mind, body, and cosmos align, perception changes. The smallest sound feels precise, the faintest movement carries meaning. One's actions become deliberate, like brushstrokes on silk. This is not a withdrawal from life, but a deeper participation in it. On nights of rare celestial alignment, such meditation becomes a communion, your breath rising and falling in rhythm with the planets themselves, your stillness reflecting the vast calm of the eternal sky. In the old training halls, there is a saying, the body is the vessel, but the Qi is the river that fills it. To live without knowing the river's flow is to drift without direction, to know it is to guide it with intention, shaping life from within. Qi Gong begins with awareness. At first the life force is subtle, like a faint warmth in the palms, or a quiet tingling along the spine. Many overlook it, distracted by noise and motion. But those who remain still, who breathe deeply and listen, will find that this energy speaks in its own language. There is a story of a practitioner who sought strength from the touch of others, teachers, healers, companions, believing their presence could restore his vitality. Yet each time he depended on them, the strength faded quickly. It was only when he learned to gather and circulate his own qi that his energy became steady, unshaken by absence or distance. Refining qi is not about force, it is about removing obstacles, releasing tension in the muscles, letting go of cluttered thoughts, softening the breath until it moves like mist through the body. The hands may trace slow arcs through the air, guiding energy like a farmer channels water through the fields. The mind stays present, shaping the flow without clinging to it. In this way, the body becomes self-sustaining. External touch, while kind or comforting, is no longer the source of power. Strength comes from the wellspring within, renewed with every breath. During nights when the heavens shift and rare alignments occur, this practice ensures the current of qi remains pure. The river within flows calmly, untouched by the tides of the world, carrying the practitioner forward with quiet, unshakable force. Attention is a precious currency. Wherever it flows, energy follows. Yet most allow it to scatter, chasing noise, reacting to movements in the outer world, forgetting that the truest treasures lie within. The ancients taught that the mind is like a lantern in the wind. If left unshielded, the flame flickers and dims, but if protected, its light can burn steady through the longest night. Turning attention inward is the act of shielding that flame, drawing focus away from distractions and back to the still core within. There is a tale of a monk who, during a rare lunar eclipse, sat unmoving on a stone platform while the monastery bustled with excitement. When asked why he did not join the others to watch, he replied, "The heavens are shifting outside, but greater movements are happening within. I will attend to those first." Shifting attention inward does not mean rejecting the outer world, it means anchoring yourself so deeply that no external sight or sound can unbalance you. The breath becomes the tether, pulling awareness back each time it drifts outward. The heart becomes the compass, pointing toward the quiet truths that live beneath the surface. This discipline is not easy. The senses are strong, and the world is skilled at calling them. But each time you return your focus inward, you strengthen the bridge between thought and stillness, between impulse and wisdom. During powerful celestial events, this inner anchoring becomes essential. The sky may blaze with rare alignments, yet the greatest alignment is the one between your mind and your center. When attention rests there, presence deepens, and you stand unmoved, like a mountain beneath the changing stars. Feelings are like weather, shifting, unpredictable, sometimes bright and clear, sometimes heavy with storms. To base your actions solely on them is to let the wind steer your ship, never knowing where you might arrive. Discipline is the anchor that holds you steady, no matter the conditions. In the old monasteries, the day began before the sun. There were mornings when the body ached, when the cold bit deep, when the mind longed for rest, yet still the training began. Not because the monks felt like it, but because the path required it. Over time, this practice taught that commitment is stronger than desire, and purpose is greater than mood. There is a story of a young disciple who trained with fierce energy on good days, but would vanish when rain fell or his spirits sank. His master said to him, "A blade tempered only in fair weather will shatter in the first storm." From then on, the disciple learned to move with steady effort, rain or sun, joy or sorrow, until his will no longer swayed with the changing skies. Discipline beyond feelings is not coldness, it is clarity. It is knowing that the self you are building tomorrow depends on the choices you make today. It is trusting the path even when the heart resists. This steadiness shapes not only the body but the mind, sharpening focus and deepening resilience. When rare celestial alignments draw the world's attention, those who have cultivated such discipline do not get lost in the pull of the moment. They stand grounded, their actions guided by the same unwavering compass that carries them through all seasons. And so, while feelings ebb and flow, their purpose remains constant, like a flame sheltered from the wind. In the martial path, skill without virtue is like a sword without a sheath, dangerous to all, including the one who wields it. The Shaolin tradition holds Wudai, martial morality, as the foundation upon which all physical mastery must rest. Without it, strength is hollow. Humility is the first pillar. It tempers pride, allowing the mind to remain open and receptive. A humble warrior does not seek to prove their power, they seek to refine it. Respect follows. Respect for teachers, for fellow practitioners, for opponents, and for the life that flows in all beings. This respect creates balance, ensuring that skill serves peace, not chaos. Patience is perhaps the hardest virtue to embody. Progress in training is measured not in days but in years. There is a tale of a student tasked with practicing the same stance for an entire winter. While others learned new techniques, he stood unmoving in the snow. In the spring, his strength and stability outshone them all, not because of the stance itself, but because of the patience it forged within him. Perseverance completes the circle. It is the quiet fire that carries one through injury, failure, or doubt. It is the refusal to abandon the path, even when progress feels invisible. Together, these virtues create inner harmony, a calm, steady presence that cannot be easily shaken by praise or criticism, gain or loss. When this harmony is strong, outer influences lose their grip. The opinions of others, the distractions of the world, even the sway of rare cosmic events, none can disturb the stillness rooted in virtue. In this way, Wudai is not just the moral code of the martial artist, it is the shield that guards the heart while the hands remain open. On certain nights, the sky feels alive, its patterns shifting in ways that stir the unseen currents of the earth. A full moon hanging high, or the rare dance of planets across the heavens, sends subtle waves through all living things. The wise have long known that these moments are not merely to be watched, but to be felt. In the old teachings, it is said that the moon's light is more than reflection. It carries a quiet resonance that can steady the heart and clear the mind. Under its glow, the breath slows, the senses sharpen, and the inner waters grow still. This is the time to draw strength directly from the celestial, to let the calm of the sky seep into your being. There is a story of a hermit who lived in the mountains, far from human touch. On nights of rare alignments, he would sit atop a cliff, eyes closed, face turned to the moon. He believed that human contact on such nights could scatter the delicate balance of energy, while the moon's influence could refine it. Over years of practice, his presence grew so centered that even wild animals approached him without fear. To use celestial energy is to align your breath with the rhythm of the cosmos. Stand or sit beneath the open sky. Let the body be still, the mind unhurried. Feel the moonlight as if it were pouring into you, not to fill an emptiness, but to polish the wholeness already within. In these moments, there is no need to take from others or be touched by their currents. The universe offers a purer source, free of the turbulence of human emotion. To receive it is to remember that balance comes not from what you grasp, but from what you allow yourself to quietly absorb. A boundary is not a wall, but a gate, one that opens and closes with wisdom. In the martial and meditative traditions, this wisdom is born from self-respect, not from fear. Fear builds rigid barriers that isolate. Self-respect shapes living borders that protect without hardening the heart. To cultivate compassionate boundaries, one must first know the feel of their own energy. When the mind is quiet and the breath steady, the presence becomes clear, like still water. Any disturbance, a careless word, an unwanted touch, creates ripples that can be felt. Recognizing these ripples is the first act of mastery. There is a tale of a healer who welcomed all who came to her, offering touch and comfort freely. Over time, her strength faded, her joy dimmed. A wandering monk, seeing her weariness, told her, "You give from an open jar, and so the rain takes what it will. Seal your vessel when the storms come." She learned to sense when her energy was strong enough to share, and when to keep it within. Boundaries rooted in compassion do not judge. They do not push others away in anger. Instead, they are an offering of truth. This is where my strength remains whole. This is how I can best serve without losing myself. Sometimes the most caring act is to say no, for in doing so you preserve the ability to say yes when it truly matters. During times of heightened energy, such as rare celestial alignments, this discernment becomes even more vital. Contact that disturbs your balance is not rejected with hostility, but declined with understanding. In this way, the heart stays open, the spirit remains strong, and both giving and receiving become acts of harmony rather than depletion. The heavens have their own rhythm, slow, vast, and unhurried. When planets gather in rare alignment, or the moon swells to its fullest light, it is easy for the mind to be pulled outward, chasing the spectacle. Yet the old masters saw these moments differently. They called them mirrors, reflecting the state of one's own inner world. To watch the cosmos is to be reminded of the patterns within. Just as the planets keep their paths, so too must the mind follow its course without drifting. These events are not calls to scatter your attention, but invitations to return to your center, to let the harmony above inspire the harmony within. A story is told of a solitary practitioner who would light a single lantern on nights of great celestial movement. Instead of standing beneath the open sky, he would sit in quiet meditation, the soft glow before him, representing the vast light outside. He believed that to truly receive the gift of the heavens, one must first prepare the vessel of the self. Without readiness, even the brightest alignment would pass like wind over water, seen but never absorbed. Balancing the outer and inner means allowing wonder without losing presence. You may step outside to gaze at the moon, feel the cool air, and notice the shifting stars, but do so as an extension of your meditation, not a break from it. Let the breath be steady, the mind anchored, the heart open. When the world above and the world within move together, each celestial event becomes more than an astronomical rarity. It becomes a shared movement, a reminder that the vastness of space is not separate from you, but reflected in the still depths of your own being. The path we have walked together today is one of quiet strength. True power is not taken from the world, it is grown within, breath by breath, choice by choice. When we train the body, refine the energy, and keep our actions rooted in virtue, we become steady in all seasons, unmoved by chaos, untouched by distraction. Celestial events will come and go. The moon will wax and wane. The planets will weave their silent patterns across the sky. But the greatest alignment is the one you create inside yourself. Mind, body, and spirit moving as one. Hold this balance, and no external touch, no passing storm, can dim the light you carry. Take these principles beyond this moment. Practice them in the still hours of the morning, in the noise of daily life, and in the rare nights when the heavens shine brighter. Let each breath remind you that your energy is sacred, your center unshakable. May your steps be steady, your heart clear, and your spirit luminous. If this teaching has spoken to you, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to Quantum Qi Wisdom, so together we may continue walking the path of inner mastery.